two, three, four. 400,000 subscribers. To everybody who has been here with this channel from the day one, and if you are just new, thank you very much from Eat Read Loving. I am very, very excited for all the new things that we are bringing up. So I will see you guys again. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. I'm just excited until we reach another 100,000 for 500,000, 500,000 soon. Bye, guys. Hi everyone, welcome to your monthly horoscope with Dr. Pi. Just to give you guys an idea on how we do the prediction. First things first, it's a general prediction. Your own dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha has to be considered first before any kind of general prediction. So that's always the starting point. And then, of course, just also as transit, there are point systems. There's a lot of things, Ashtak Varga, that you have to look for and how transit can affect you. But this is a general prediction, so just, take it lightly. We try our best, as accurate as possible, where the planets are going to be affecting us on a general level. And also, we do practice Vedic sidereal Indian astrology, just to clear things. We do not practice tropic astrology. So without further ado, let's start your reading. All right, Pisces, so let's start your monthly horoscope. We have Dr. Pi, and here we go, Dr. Pi.
Namaste, everybody, and thank you, Sal, for having me doing this monthly horoscope. We're doing Pisces, Ascendant, and Moon for the month of March 2020. Now, Pisces, what a month it is going to be. I have to say the transits are perfect. They are fantastic for you people. With your Lord of your Ascendant Jupiter going to the 10th house, you have Venus coming to the second house. Venus, is also the third house lord and the eighth house lord or some, so that's coming to the second house. Venus in the second house is good. And then you have Mars, which is your ninth house lord and the second house lord in the 10th house. So I see huge progress in terms of your career, your profession. All of those areas are just going to go and enhance. And then Saturn, your 12th house lord of losses, going to your 11th house, which means your losses will be turned into something to be of gains. So this is again, I say, a fantastic, because for Pisces, Saturn is going through your 11th house for moon or ascendant of Pisces. And this is going to be there for the next 2.5, 3 years till about 2023 January. So I see a long-term prospect of building solid future for for enterprises which have Pisces or people who have Pisces, because even now after the end of March you have Jupiter joining it, and next year as well, towards the end of this year you have Jupiter joining it. Excellent. Jupiter being your 11th house lord with your 10th house lord and your ascendant lord, a lot of effort is going to go into building wealth. And I'm very confident that this, if your major periods are very good for you, which means your Mahadashas and your Antardashas that we say is good, the transit is just going to be phenomenal for you people. Also, what I want to say is a good thing is at the middle of the month, Sun is going to come out of the 12th house and go into your first house. Okay, so till now the Sun has been favorable for you. Why I'm saying it's the sixth house Lord sitting in the 12th house. Okay, transiting the 12th house is good for you, and it's going to go into the first house. So of course I think health related things will be up, and watch out for those enemies that you have always wanted to keep. So be wary about that. And Sun also represents government. So I think if there have been anything to do with taxes that you have been evading, or you wanted to pay the taxes but you're not paid enough taxes, or you have been under taxed or something, then you really need to bring this out very prominently and showcase, because sixth house lord coming to the first house is not good. Government will come after you. So that's one thing. Another thing is Rahu in the fourth house for you people. Rahu in the fourth house, I have seen, is very good for you to sit back at home, get the popcorns on and put the television, because Rahu also represents entertainment. With Venus, whenever Venus and Rahu are together, they show entertainment. That's why all the movies are released on a Friday, and the screen is Rahu. In the olden times, it was not what you see now. You go on the big screens, it was always the projectors on the big screen. That was the Rahu, the projector. So Rahu shows, if it is a football match, or if it is some sport like baseball or NBA that you want, maybe there would be a lot of opportunities this time to sit with your friends and watch those matches together. Or maybe you want to go to Super Bowl, or some great event that you want to go and spend time with your friends. So this is again a great time for you to do that. Also, what I want to say, with Venus coming in the second house for you, so something related to your younger siblings, or something that you have not paid attention to, suddenly may come up and bring in some expenses. And Venus is the hard cash that you have. So you see a lot of hard cash that you will be spending, and you will always have to run through the ATM or go to the banks, automated teller machines to get more cash. These are some of the themes that I'm seeing for you for this month.
That's perfect. Dr. Pai, how about in their fourth house? Because for me, I always look at where we end our day, 12 and fourth. So we sleep in the 12, but we always stay in our home. It's like when we are at work, it's a 10th house. And Rahu is still there for the next, for the later part of the year. How do they deal with having Rahu in their fourth house, Dr. Pai?
Around in the fourth house, for all those people who are smokers, I really want to warn you, because Rahu is the smoke, and the fourth house is the chest. So
Yeah.
for all Pisceans, just watch out for infections around your lungs area, or so just be careful. So I would really say kick the butt, kick the
Okay.
cigarettes, or if you're a smoker, this is the month that you really need to focus on. It's going to be there for a longer period, at least till September. But I think with all the ailments that you'll be going through, but I'll tell you, you will not have anything till end of this month. But because Jupiter is aspecting
Yes.
that fourth house, and Jupiter is going to move away from there, then you are leaving the space open for Rahu to play its pranks on you. So fourth house is about home affairs. Fourth house is about mother. Fourth
Mother.
house is about, yeah,
Conveyance.
also, yeah, exactly, and conveyance, which means your vehicles. So let me tell you one very very significant thing, Sal. Mars is aspecting Rahu, and when Mars aspects Rahu, accidents. I have
Yes.
seen with Mars and Rahu, whenever there is something, accidents. Be very careful when you're driving your cars. Avoid any small, skirmish or some accidents. And for some people, I've seen with Pisces, I've also seen getting into accidents near traffic lights. There's a more tendency that I've seen around traffic lights that they get into some sort of accident. So just be wary around a traffic light.
So just be careful on, of course, like everybody has to take precaution when they're driving. It just so happened right
Yeah.
now that the karma is open. There's the node sitting there in in the house of conventions, and then Mars is looking at it at the same time. And Mars is it's a fast moving, energetic planet, and it's also related to blood. That's one thing, and cutting. So so just be careful with regards to those aspects. Now, with in their 12th house, Dr. Pai, Mercury retrograde there until the first week of March. How does this affect them? Because again, it is the ruler of their fourth, and it is the ruler of
Seventh.
in the sun, yes. So how does this affect? Because and 12th house is it's not the best house, if but spirituality house, of course. But how does this affect them, Dr. Pai?
Yeah. I would really say, the seventh house of what we say in Vedic astrology is said to be the karma house. Karma means which gives you the ability to be passionate about something. That's why Your spouse is seen from that. You're passionate about something. But whenever it goes to the 12th house, which means relinquishing, it's called the moksha house. Moksha means we
Yes.
liberate,
Mhm.
So that means whenever this combination I see, I also say in the 12th house, Mercury doesn't behave well. Because in the natural 12th house of Pisces, Mercury gets debilitated, which means your buddhi means your intellect is not working.
Mhm.
So that's why I really want to say this time, pay attention to your relationships. Somewhere you are not paying attention
Mhm.
and you're not using your intellect, which means you are getting all the signals from your partner. Is trying to give you signals, but you're not able to pick up those signals. Your partner might be saying, oh, it's been many months since we have gone out to a restaurant. That's a hint. But you're like, oh yeah, we're not been going, I've just been busy. She's giving you or he's giving you a hint that let's go out.
I
You
see.
have to be able to pick this up. Mercury, whenever it goes direct, you don't get these hints. Mercury, when it is retrograde, it is really helping you to understand those hints.
Mhm.
I see.
Okay.
Especially because
So
it's the natural ruler of the third house also, which is our ability to make decision. And
for you mean
yes,
fourth
for
house?
Pisces ascendant, but on for
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
natural
yeah,
third
absolutely
house,
perfect.
yes, the ability to make decision. It's Mercury, so it's really about decision making, looking at it clearly, and being sensitive to the partner. If you are in any kind of partnership right now, seventh house. And last thing with for the Pisces, Dr. Pi, they do have Saturn in their 11th house, which is gonna sit there for a good period of time, for years, to 2.5. How does this affect their finances and stability and their because Saturn rules karma and time, and now it's in their dreams and desires. So how does this affect Dr. Pi?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think this is a fantastic, transit for them with Saturn, and not only for this month, for 2.5 years, it's going to be just very favorable. Saturn is very comfortable; it's in
Mhm.
his own house of Capricorn, and when your 12th house Lord is going to 11th house, you know what it means? It means loss of loss, because 12th house in Vedic
The 12.
astrology means
Okay.
is loss.
Mhm.
Okay, 12th house is itself loss.
Mhm.
So what if the house of loss is losing something, which means you're
Mm.
gaining?
I see. That's
Okay,
very interesting.
so
Uh-huh.
loss, and I'll tell you what it is really. Sometimes what happens is you will see a circle of your friends, and this is something I've seen it happens. And
Mhm.
Pisces, this is something you will see and observe over the next 2.5, 3 years. You will see that a friend, because 11th house is also more about friendship and your social network, right? Within your social network, you will see somebody lose money,
Mhm.
and here you're gaining money. Not that you're not gaining his money or her
Right.
money, but it's symbolic, which means you see some of your friends are going through a miserable time,
Mhm.
and you see here, invariably getting more and more
Mhm.
wealthier. I'm not talking just in terms of financial wealth. It could be, emotional wealth. It
Mhm.
could be, your physical,
Physical benefits.
yeah, everything. Because Saturn, it's going to aspect your fifth house.
Mhm.
Okay, it's going to aspect, for Pisces, it's going to aspect your eighth house,
Mhm.
and it's going to aspect also your first house. So I want to say, first house is yourself.
Yes.
Eighth house is, when Saturn is aspecting eighth house, is very good,
Mm.
because hidden enemies will be destroyed by Saturn.
Mhm.
Okay, and fifth house is your relationships and your creativity. So it's going to slow down your creative tendencies a little bit. Definitely romanticism, you'll feel less romantic, you'll feel more energetic to be able to get more work done and get most out of your time with Saturn there. So
Mhm.
you'll be a workaholic, I would say.
I
You
see.
would be more focused on those goals and the targets. I want to buy, a BMW. I want to buy a Porsche. I want to buy, Ferrari next. Something. Your goals and milestones keep shifting very frequently. and you will be achieving each of those milestones as you go along. So I would want to say Pisces.
That's very good.
It's very favorable for you.
Okay, so there you have it for the Pisces Ascendant and Pisces Moon. So if you guys need to consult with Dr. Pai, all this information is going to be in the description box. And we do this every month, so make sure you hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again. Bye, guys.